In 2016, a well-known prosecutor in Jacksonville, Florida, reported his wife missing. He told police she had gone for a morning jog and never returned. The community rallied around him. Candlelight vigils, search parties, a grieving husband, they said. A tragedy. But within weeks, investigators would uncover something far darker. And the person least expected to be the suspect was sitting right in front of them. This is the story of a prosecutor who became a killer. And the case that shocked the legal world. Brian Warmbier was 53 years old. He had served as a state attorney in Florida for nearly 2 decades. His wife, Pamela, was 51. They lived in a quiet suburb. By all accounts, it was an ordinary life, but beneath the surface, something had broken. Court records and later testimony would reveal that Brian had been conducting an affair with a co-worker, another prosecutor in his office. Pamela had found out. Friends would later tell investigators that the marriage had become hostile, that there were heated arguments, that Pamela had even consulted a divorce attorney. Then, on the morning of June 18, 2016, Brian called 911. He said Pamela had gone for a run. She never came back. Police searched for weeks. No body, no sign of struggle, no trail. But something did not add up. A neighbor told investigators they had seen Brian loading something into his car early that morning, before the alleged jog. The timeline he gave police did not match the evidence, and his demeanor, according to one detective, was too calm. On July 5, 2016, 17 days after Pamela vanished, investigators found her body in a wooded area near the St. Johns River. She had been shot twice in the head. The murder weapon was never found. But digital evidence told a different story. The state built its case on circumstantial evidence. Brian affair, the marital problems, his strange behavior, the neighbor testimony about the early morning loading. Most critically, cell phone records placing Brian's phone near the location where Pamela's body was found, at a time when he claimed to be at home waiting for her return. Brian Warmbier was charged with first-degree premeditated murder. The defense argued it was a random crime, perhaps a prowler, perhaps a random act of violence. They attacked the cell phone evidence as imprecise. They pointed out that no weapon was ever found. The trial lasted 5 weeks. The prosecution's most damning moment came when they presented text messages recovered from Brian's phone. Messages he had deleted, but which forensic analysts were able to recover. In one text to his mistress, dated 2 weeks before the murder, Brian wrote, "I will never let her take everything from me. You understand that, right?" The affair, the divorce, the division of assets, a career on the line. After deliberating for less than 2 days, the jury found Brian Warmbier guilty of first-degree premeditated murder. He was sentenced to life in prison without parole. The judge had words for him before sentencing. "You abused the trust placed in you by the people you served. You betrayed your oath, your wife, and your community." Pamela Warmbier was 51 years old, a mother, a teacher, a woman who deserved justice. Case closed.